Hello everyone, welcome back to Clear Creek Solutions hydrology education videos. Today we're going to be doing a more in-depth breakdown of how to properly install wwhm 2012 on your machine. Over the years, as Microsoft has increased their security of their systems on Windows 10 and Windows 11, it's made it more difficult for all sorts of programs to be installed properly on Windows machines. So in this video, we want to break down exactly how you can get wwhm 2012 installed properly and not have to deal with any of this hassle or any problems with your project and get it up and running. So let's start. Let's go to the Clear Creek Solutions website. I'm gonna assume in this video that you haven't installed the software yet, or maybe you've completely gotten rid of it and you want to start all over again. That's what we're kind of starting with the assumption here. So first thing we're gonna do is go to Downloads. And first off, we're going to go to the wwhm 2012 download page. Now, to properly install wwhm 2012, you're actually going to need two different downloads. One is the download exe, which is an MSI file for wwhm 2012, and you're going to also need the all maps file, and I will explain that. So, wwhm 2012, right here, download. That's how you download the exe, the executable. The map files can be downloaded here. Both need to be downloaded and both need to be installed. The order that you're going to want to do it is first download the exe, install it, then download the map files, install that file, and you will be in pretty good shape. When you click download, now because of all these extra security features surrounding Microsoft, it may or may not decide that the software is not used commonly. wwhm 2012 is 100% safe. It's not a problem, but sometimes it will give you this wwhm2012.msi isn't commonly downloaded. Make sure you trust it before you open it. Go ahead, click the three dots next to it and click keep. And then it makes you go through show more, keep anyway. This will allow you to keep the file on your machine. And if you go to your file explorer downloads, the MSI file should now be there. You will not be able to run it and install the install package and run the exe if you don't get through that step first. So make sure you check that downloads, click the three buttons, and keep the file anyways. Now, if you double click, you can run the installer for wwhm 2012. I already have it installed on my machine, so I'm not going to go through every single step here. But it will pull up a screen here. You'll want to install wwhm 2012. And something important here is you need to install the software with admin privileges on your local C drive. wwhm 2012 will not work properly if you install it on some sort of a remote or dummy drive elsewhere. You have to install it locally on your machine on the C drive. If you don't know what I'm talking about, if you go to your computer here, this PC, OS C, this is your C drive. This is the location where the software needs to be installed to function properly. Like I said, you can't install it to a remote drive or anything like that, or a separate drive. It has to be installed locally on the machine. And make sure you do so with admin privileges on the local C drive. So first do that with the exe file. Also download the maps file as well. That's this file here that's currently downloading. Neither file is very big and should download very quickly with a solid internet connection. You can see it gave me the same warning. Hit the three buttons, keep the file, tab, keep anyway. Now it will keep the exe and the all maps file. They're seen in the downloads, both of them with administrative privileges to allow you to run them on them and maybe bypass some of the security measures on Windows or your antivirus. They need to be installed with those privileges. So on the C drive with privileges, first the exe, then the all maps file. So you want to do it with those two. Now, what's some possible errors we could have when opening up and running wwhm 2012 that could be caused by antivirus? So I'm going to go to wwhm 2012 here. And some of you may, when you click the map, get an error where your security program or virus software may disable a file called has_ent.ell or HASS. I will throw the text up on the screen. It may accidentally disable this file. So if you get an error in the program where you can't run it when you click on the map, then it's probably because your antivirus has installed or has a problem with this file for some reason. If the file is fine, there's nothing wrong with the file, ask your IT department to whitelist that specific file so it can be used so you can run the executable when running your project. So just make sure that happens. That is one of the most common errors we get when people try and run it, is your IT or antivirus may be trying to block that file. I'll throw the name up here up here again so you can see what that file is. That file needs to be whitelisted. Now let's talk about reinstalling or installing a new package of wwhm 2012. Occasionally new versions are released and need to be installed. Now, because of what Windows has done with Windows 10 and 11, it doesn't actually remove the executable file when you uninstall it. So what you need to do here, if you want to reinstall it or get a new version going on your machine, what you need to do is go to your downloads folder. This is where I downloaded that MSI file. Double click it, and you need to click remove. This removes wwhm 2012 from your computer. Now, don't panic. It doesn't remove absolutely everything. It removes the exe and the support files for the software, but it does not remove the all maps directory, which we installed earlier, and your projects directory. So I'm going to go here. It will not remove all maps and projects. So if you're scared that you'll lose all your projects, you won't. It's removing the exe and support files. Your projects and all maps will stay in place just where they were. So you need to click remove and go through with that process if you want to remove wwhm 2012 and uninstall it. Then go through the process again where either you install the exe you had before, or you've downloaded a new MSI file of the most recent version, or maybe a previous version if you have to do so for some reason. Double click it and run the install process all over again. So that is the process for properly installing wwhm 2012 on your machine. We understand over various Windows versions and various antivirus and security features that it can become a bit of a hassle. So that should answer many of the questions. If you have any more questions about your install process or having problems, go ahead, leave a comment below, or go ahead and email us with your specific problem. But this will now be on the page for wwhm 2012 downloads, and that's going to handle 90 to 95% of the issues and the process there. So thank you so much for watching. And anyways, we will see you guys next time.